The future to come in 20 to 30 years. Can it be predicted in the times of global uncertainty? How to map out the contours of the future so that they are more clear and bright. And what can be done by those who are today called the new generation?
My dream is to dance the part of Spartacus on the stage of the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow. What I had achieved is not an outlandish feat. Every person can reach such a level. Our ballet has a lot of talented artists. They are capable of achieving a lot. All that's needed is more efforts. And what I am doing is just the beginning.
Bakhtiyar Adamzhan, leading soloist of the State Theatre of Opera and Ballet Astana Opera, winner of many international competitions. In 2017, won a gold medal at the 13th International Competition of Ballet Artists and Choreographers in Moscow. This competition is considered to be one of the most prestigious in the world.
I was born in the Sarıözek town of the Kirbulak district in the Almaty region. My father worked as a firefighter and my mother taught mathematics in school. My parents did not engage in any way in the world of art, but they are very creative and artistic people. My father plays the guitar well and sings, and my mother is a wonderful dancer. As a child, I could not even imagine that my life would be connected with ballet, that I would become an artist and would perform on stage. Why? Because during my childhood, I did wrestling, and overall, how could a small town boy know anything about what is ballet? I was a restless and very active child. I would make a bow or a sword for myself to pretend that I am a warrior, or played a six. My childhood was similar to all the boys. I did not stand out in any way. In 2003, there was an advertisement on television about the Almaty Choreography School, and all of a sudden my father asked me, "Bakhtiyar, will you go to Almaty? Do you want to be a ballet artist?" I will be honest, I never said no to my parents. It's just my upbringing.
Ложимся на пол, ровненько ложимся на пол.
I passed the entrance exam, got an average grade. The first 2 years, I could not really understand what I am doing, whether it is a lesson or something else. In order to spike our interest, the teacher taught from the 0 level. First, we did gymnastics, then we had rhythmics. Rhythmics trains the ear. For example, we have to dance to a certain beat, and thereby we learn to develop the rhythm of movement. Ballet demands special devotion. This is a tremendous amount of work every day. Our school dorm was located on the 4th floor, and we were literally crawling back up there while helping each other. Our muscles were incredibly sore. More than half of the students that got admitted to the school could not withstand it and quit. And I would tell myself, will I give up too? I have to keep going. I cannot give up halfway. Others still keep on going, which means that I can too. That is how I motivated myself and gradually got into the rhythm of my studies. My first teacher was Nadezhda Abdulina. I truly loved her and I would like to say a big thank you to her. And the second teacher was Burkitbay Ahmet Kaliyevich, a wonderful person. He was distinguished by a special style. His way was so polished and refined that he looked like an English gentleman from movies. He combined simultaneously the ability to joke and be strict.
Сразу думайте, что нужно сделать наверху, да? И самое главное, куда надо приземлиться и как приземлиться. Вот это очень важно.
Like ducklings spread across a field, for 15 minutes we did gymnastics and stretching. He would always say, your legs need to be straightened out. For Kazakh people, straight legs like mine is a rare phenomenon, and he truly did have incredibly straight legs. That is why, in order to make our legs like his, we put a lot of efforts into our gymnastics. After finishing the school for 2 years, I worked in the Corps de Ballet of the Almaty Theater of Opera and Ballet. Did not miss a single performance that used Corps de Ballet, and gradually I started getting solo roles. When in 2013 I found out that the Astana Opera Theater is opening, a thought flashed in my head. I am young. Astana as a city is young. Maybe I should try out the new theater. As a result, I quit my job in Almaty and came here with just one suitcase. When I came to this theater for the first time, my jaw just dropped. I got lost right away. I couldn't understand where in the foyer is the entrance and where is the exit. And then I thought, wow, what a huge theater. It does not yet have the presence of people's energy, and for a theater, this is good. I was absolutely delighted to know that I would grow professionally with a young theater. In the beginning, I was in the Corps de Ballet group. I was incredibly motivated and had a great desire to do this. I channeled all my energy, not sparing anything, into the dance performance. And then our theater director, Galia Ismailovna, said, "Bakhtiyar, slow down, slow down. You're going beyond the role of Corps de Ballet. Not everyone can do what you can do. That is why I'm sorry. I have to remove you from the Corps de Ballet. Go study the part of Benvolio." Just to explain, this part is from the Romeo and Juliet ballet. I was practicing the role of Benvolio with great enthusiasm. At the beginning, I did not know that there were another 2 contenders for this part. They knew it well, and I did not. I prepared by watching them. In the end, the director chose me for the role in the ballet premiere. I was on the 7th heaven. How incredible! I am so young and already taking a part in the premiere ballet. After the performance, the director, Charles Jude, kindly told me that I did a good job. I accepted this as a blessing from a maître, and to this day, my first part is the most special for me.
Ең бірінші кейіпкерім Benvolio. Әлі күнге дейін жылы маған негізі бұл роль.
When I prepare for the performance, I never perform the role exactly as it was written. I try to take in fully the experience of the hero whose part I am playing. That is why I ask myself, what would I do in this situation? In this way, I develop and add something to the representation of the character I am playing.
Қалай жасаушы едім бұндай жағдайда деп. Мысалға, белгілі бір жағдайдың ішіне билейді ол оқиға жүріп отырады. Сол оқиға егер менің басыма келсе, мен қайтер едім, қалай істер едім.
Spartacus is a classic and the peak of the art of ballet. It has a wonderful musical rhythm from the beginning till the end. That is why every artist dreams of taking part in this ballet, but not everyone can.
Бұны бірақ әр артист билей алмайды. Егер Григоровичтің хореографиясын алсақ,
In Grigorovich's choreography among Kazakhstan's ballet artists, I was the first to play the role of Spartacus. A curious fact, at that time I was just 21 years old. That is why, dancing this part at such a young age, I felt that I am falling short in some ways, especially when Spartacus is tormented by the thoughts of how to free Frida. What is he feeling at the moment? What does he do when he is left alone to his own devices? This was the difficult part for me. However, I tried to channel all my energy and feelings in order to transmit the heroic character of Spartacus. Our ancestors took up arms and joined battles at the age of 15, and in their 30s to 40s conquered fortresses and cities. The spirit of warriors is in our blood. That is why it was not difficult for me to transmit these qualities.
Рухани күш-қуат жағынан беру оңай болды. 2016 жыл мен 2017 жылдары
From 2016 to 2017, as a solo artist of our theater, I took part in the number 5 competition. Wanted to test my artistic abilities. That is why I decided to try and see how I do at international competitions.
2016 жылы барған жарысым ол Стамбулда өткен.
The first test for me was participation in the 2016 international competition of ballet artists in Istanbul. I demonstrated 5 variations, which I prepared within 1 week. In the end, I won the grand prize.
Out
of all the competitions, the most difficult was the Moscow International Competition of Ballet Artists and Choreographers. I got there right on the day when I had to perform. In accordance with the drawing procedure, it fell upon me to open up the competition. I arrived, gave the tape, explained how to play the music, when it should be stopped, and I went to the dressing room, and right before the mirror, on the table, I slept for 2 hours. I did not feel any fear. I came out, started dancing, and all the thoughts just disappeared. Overall, one must greet the stage. And this is what I did. I greeted the stage and asked for its support. Perhaps this also helped me. In either case, I was dancing with ease and freedom. The days of the second round of the competition happened to coincide with my birthday. That day I danced some parts from the Le Carcé and La Bayadère ballets. Only I and my new friend Okawa Koya from Japan were called onto the stage again. When I was thanking the audience, I thought, wow, this is great. I'm being called onto the stage again. Such an honor is quite rare. I was very happy at that moment. In the third round, I performed like an artist. I felt an incredible lightness and completely forgot about any fear.
Bakhtiyar Adamzhan, золотая медаль деп.
When there was the announcement, Bakhtiyar Adamzhan, gold medal, I started laughing out of happiness. This medal is on par with an Olympic medal because this competition is held only once every 4 years. And this was the first time that I took part in it and won first place.
Қазақтың атынан бірінші рет шығып, бірінші орын алып отырмын.
The president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, was present at the gala concert. And when I was bowing, I tried to catch his gaze. At that moment, I noticed that he started laughing and clapping. If I were to speak about my innermost desire, then I would say that I dream of dancing a part in Spartacus on the stage of the Bolshoi Theater, because it was precisely in Moscow at the Bolshoi Theater where the parts of Spartacus and Crassus were performed for the first time by Vladimir Vasiliev and Maris Liepa. I want to present my own interpretation of this role.
Қазақстанда да деңгейі төмен емес. Көздерін жеткізгім келеді, көрсеткім келеді.
To prove that in Kazakhstan the art of ballet ranks just as high, my dream is to dance the part of Spartacus. The words of Yuri Grigorovich, "You are one of the greatest Spartacus that I know in real life." I take not just as a compliment, but as a sort of permission to pursue such a daring dream.
Мен деп айтып тұрған жоқпын, бірақ сонда да дәлелдегім келеді.
I think that I will have enough energy and strength, ambition and motivation to achieve a lot in the future. I want our Astana Opera Theater to become very famous, so that the whole world would know that there are such artists among Kazakh people and such a level of ballet art. And in order to deserve such flattering compliments, we have to put in a lot of work. This is the goal of my life.
Ballet performances with Bakhtiyar Adamzhan's participation are always sold out. People come to the Astana Opera Theater of Opera and Ballet just to see their favorite ballet artist dance. The contribution of the young artist to the world of ballet art of the country and his popularity have promoted Bakhtiyar as a candidate to participate in the national project 100 New Faces of Kazakhstan.